Hi to RGUKT of heroines and heroes. Yes, obviously. Uh, so, being a alumni of RGUKT and a faculty of RGUKT, suppose if someone came to me and asked me, tell me about what are the 10 best places of your life, definitely RGUKT is the one place for me. Yes, of course. I cannot express all my feelings about RGUKT, but I'm very much connected to RGUKT because it gave me many things to me and it is the turning point of my life. So whenever I think about RGUKT, so I always thinking how to contribute ourselves or what I can do for RGUKT and what changes we can make into RGUKT system for better results. Like this, we are not only me, like many alumni are thinking about RGUKT because RGUKT is our like mother. So in that context, today I would like to express some of my suggestions or my views about RGKT. So what can what changes can we can incorporate in the system to get the better results. So without any delay, let's begin to the content. First of all, to begin our discussion, before dealing with academics and all, first I want to talk about the students of RGKT. So what they are expecting and what they want in RGKT. Actually, when I visit like NITs or any other universities, when I compare RGKT with other university, the lack of thing is the freedom of choice for the students. Yes, of course, discipline is very important, but it is not at all that much good because if you are giving a freedom of choice to the students, they can make wonders. Okay, so with that context, like one of my suggestion is like we have to increase the outings and okay, of course, like we have to give some relaxation to the boys and compared to girls, but girls also we can give outings at least up to 9 o'clock, and for boys there is no such rules because like when we have a when we give enough freedom to students, they will get relaxed and they will do wonders. So that's the one thing. So we have to think, okay, putting all the restrictions rules is like it's a some extent only, but like some people are there like they won't express all the things to all their friends. So it depends upon. So with that is the one change we can make into our RGKT system for especially students. And the other thing is like we are all the students and which we very much habituated to the RGKT food, and so long like when it was started 2008, still they are maintaining the same menu. So we are very much bored about the food. Okay, that is a menu because in that menu only they will give all the items which are required for our body, of course. But we have to incorporate some canteens or some stalls because like of course like they will say like RGKT students are very poor families. They came from very poor families. They cannot afford all these things. It's not okay. That is okay, but we cannot suppress others feelings because they want to eat someday like special things. So we have to increase the number of canteens in our institute itself. That also will give the freedom of choice to students. Then they will feel happy. Another thing is for especially students, and there is no restrictions for canteen also. Like so in IITs and NITs, like we have night canteens also. So that is a culture. Okay, that also we can incorporate. This is not like mandatory. We can incorporate all the things, but better to choose that. And one more thing is like in RGKT, like if one boy talk to one girl, like instantly security will give one result. This is not the culture in IITs and NITs. So that is not good actually, because like talking to girls and boys is not a crime. It's like expressing our feelings to them, and they also will express their feelings to us. So that also one change has to make in RGKT. And uniform, I cannot talk about it. It's there means it's good. It's not there means it's also good. So in that I don't want to talk about anything. And that is all about like freedom of choice to the students. That is one thing. Another thing about students freedom of choice is they should have some individual clubs. It's like adventure club or like dance club or culture club. What are the club? Because like one day like when I have a conversation with my professor with another big person, they're talking about like students of IITs and IITs, they won't give much importance to studies, but they will improve their skills by involving in the many clubs. For that only they will come and they will go, because ultimately they will get the placements. So if we are incorporating all the clubs in our RGUKT, that will be very helpful to the, because every student cannot go into the industries or research. Some people will take up the entrepreneurs, and some people will take get into the movies. Like many things are there. So we have to create the atmosphere to express themselves. So that is the one thing we can talk about much, the clubs. And celebrations are very important to the students, because each and every moment we have to celebrate. For celebrating also we should have one hall. It's not about seminar hall, like one place we can allocate for the, because like everybody cannot celebrate within the classroom. So if you have a good platform to celebrate all the celebrations, then they will be very happy. That is another thing. So this is all about the students' freedom of choice, because one thing is that by giving this all the freedom of choice, student don't waste your time, because you have to explore all, but you don't entirely depend upon all these things. So keep in mind, you have to do all the, you have to participate in all the things. At the same time, you have to concentrate on the studies. But again, like institute or higher authorities, you don't think about, if you are giving this much of freedom, like what is the next consequences of students' future. Again, it depends upon the student attitude and their decision. If we are giving chances, if they are using means it's a good only. If they are not using means that's a bad. So where we have to give the freedom and where we are not giving freedom, that we have to think more. Okay, that is all about, I think, students. Apart from students, like some people are very much interested in the science and technology. So, but so far, like we are not having any PhD scholars in our RGUKT. So if we are establishing enough research facilities in RGUKT itself, then we can call for the scholars, PhD scholars. From that PhD scholars, like BTech people will also learn how will be the research, what they are going to do. These all things they will come to know. And also, if we are having a good lab facilities, we can have a MOEs with other institutes like DRDO, ISRO and SERB and all. So these are the main things, like we have to concentrate, especially research. So we have to create more lab and facilities. That is other thing. And about after that, student relation between relation between student and faculty. So when I entered into NITs, like the faculties are not at all bothered about how the students are behaving outside of the class. They never mind it. But they will very much mind what they are doing in the classroom. I like that very much. Okay. So in RGUKT also, if the faculties are following this rule, like it will be very good. Because concentrating one student and making him to, what we can say, pointing out him in the classroom, what he done in outside, that is at a good way. Because we never know what student will become in future. Because every student will be useful, because we are spending lot of money on every student from people money and government money. So we have to think about every student. If they are not interested in the studies, maybe he or she having interest in some other field. So we have to encourage them. So getting in degree is another thing. Shaping the student to his or her perspective, what they want to become or what they want to choose. So we have to create an atmosphere how to choose their cup of tea. So that much of freedom we have to give the students. And apart from all these things, what we can also concentrate about thing is like alumni relations. Of course, like RGKT is maintaining alumni now, but my suggestion is like better to form a one team, because like not only about participation of students is not enough. From one faculty there should be one faculty should be the alumni officer. He has to take care of all the data, so that like and from the alumni, like we can contact wherever placements are there, we can we can ask the sponsorship, and we can ask their suggestions what we can do. So all these things matter a lot in every education system. And also in RGKT we can provide, or we can create one YouTube channel for RGKT. It depends upon the nuzvid and like institute. Again, one page should be there for RGKT, like LinkedIn website should be there. So like that we have to explore in all the things. Whoever interested the student, they will take care of it. Okay, so RGKT best product is the helping hands. I think that is going well. So like that we can come in a different ideas that has to be implemented. And again, like we have to participate, both the students and faculty should be there. These are the outer things which we can concentrate more on RGKT. Apart from this examination system is also now it is good, because like previously like we have a number of weekends and mid exams and CAT exams and so on, something is there, and we are not habituated to descriptive type, but now they are taking descriptive into the examination. That is very good idea. So like overall it is good only, but focusing on the global improvements, not only about locally, we have to think about all these things. So best thing is like we have to maintain the good relation between the alumni of RGKT and student faculty relations, and freedom of choice to students, and research and technology science facilities to the students. That will give the MOU to other institutes. And having like social media, because like so many people are not knowing. Of course now it is like well explored area for many people, because like everybody knows, because wherever you go, like RGKT footprint will be there. That is very good actually. So if we are exploring all the things, we can also go further. That will be give a more fruitful results of RGKT, because RGKT is not only an institute, it's what we can say a dream of Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy, and it's a dream of all the emanating persons like Raj Reddy, Kesh Reddy. So we have to fulfill their ideas, and getting a placements is a big deal for every institute. So if we are focusing about all these things, because like aptitude and educational skills not only matter, like these communication skills also matters a lot. That's why if you are incorporating many clubs and their extra academic activities, that will add a credit to the students placement. So with that I want to conclude it. So okay, finally what I want to make the changes is like freedom is very important. Not only these things, like there are many things are there we don't know from student side, because like as a worked as a faculty and a student of RGKT, I have seen the differences, how we are struggled, or how we enjoyed, or what changes still have to incorporate, what is lacking, what is good at RGKT. So according to all the considerations, I made this video. Apart from these things, I am requesting all the alumni of RGKT and now present students of RGKT. So what can be made, or what changes can be incorporated into the RGKT system for better results? You just give your comments, so that like we will talk about more things. And one more thing, like so for innovative ideas or innovative clubs also, it should be very much important in RGKT system. So that will give a more explore of our RGKT in every field. So with that I would like to conclude, and I will say definitely RGKT is the best institute of is one of the best institute of Andhra Pradesh, and it will produce many fruitful results. I'm not talking about only placements, but it will give enough confidence and patience to all the students. If we came out of RGKT, means we can live in everywhere. That I can say. Yes, right.